My name is Rama Oladoshu. Welcome to another episode of Economy on the Street. Looking for an apartment is usually challenging, especially when it comes to the fees, like the agent's fee, inspection fee, and even the security levies that are all attached to the house rent. Today we're on the streets where we're going to be finding out if these are the reason why the cost of house rents are so high and if these fees are even necessary to begin with.
Like the house that I was before, I was paying 350, but landlord just came all of a sudden and said the house rent is now 450. You understand? And also one of the major problems that we're having in this country is all these agents, because there are some houses that okay, the owner of the house will say okay, my house is 250, but by the time the agent add their own percentage, inspection fee and everything, we discover that you are paying almost 300, 400. You understand, with the increment of all these prices.
To me, it's not necessary, because normal as an agent, if you are putting out a house for a rent, your fee shouldn't be more than 5%. But some agents, you will see them requesting 20, 30%. Why?
I think in the cases of cities like Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, and most of the major cities in Nigeria, their charges in terms of house rent, all the landlords, I perceive that their own is going to the extreme. They are reckless in that aspect, because most of the landlords in these major cities in Nigeria, they are taking advantage of the
Now
economy.
you want to get a place of, let's say 700,000, you end up paying about 1.something million. You have to pay agency fee, caution fee, legal fee, and other fees like that. If you sum up those things together, you have about more than, and there's either it was 10%, now they increase it to 20% agency fee you get. So imagine you're getting a house of 700,000 or 900k, then you're paying 20% of that money to an agent we know more block, agent that don't even know the price of cement.
Actually blame those agents because they go around to look for a house. It's their own way of looking for what they can eat too. So I don't really blame them for housing.
You know, this landlord of nowadays, like when they heard that your neighbor's house is this amount and this amount you're also doing this amount, then you come back and be like, okay, this my neighbor is collecting 150 and me I'm collecting 100. It's not going to work, so I have to collect 150. You know, you bargain with the person and you tell him 100 and now you're turning to 1.
These are what Nigerians have to say. Thank you for watching today's episode of Economy on the Street. See you guys next time.